Hey everybody, welcome to episode 13 of my Musical Moments series. This week, 5 funny things in classical music. That's right, so this week we have 5 funny things in classical music. These are not the funniest things in classical music. That's a lot of pressure. So I just thought, hey, 5 funny things in classical music. And we're going to start with something easy. This comes up every holiday season, but whenever I see it, I always chuckle to myself. It's Rowan Atkinson, and it's from his Christmas special, which is called Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean from 1992. And in this, he mistakenly ends up with a conductor's stick where he's working with sort of a Salvation Army band, and hilarity ensues. So there you have it. A little bit of a preview of the holiday season. I know it's only September, but hey, Christmas trees are out in Walmart, so why can't we have a little Christmas music on my vlog here? You know, I'm so impressed with those players because he gives like no prep at all. I mean, boom, they are on it. You would have to really train a group to do that. Pretty impressive music making from those people. All right, so we're going on number 2. This is also a really well-known sort of an oldie but a goodie. This is an original radio broadcast done by Peter Schickele, also known as PDQ Bach, of course. And in this, he takes the first movement of Beethoven 5, but narrates it as if he was doing a play-by-play of a baseball game. It's actually been done live and really, really fun. And I just think it really captures exactly the excitement of what some of us music nerds are thinking about when we're listening to different music, especially sonata form, and the way he plays with it. So someday I'm going to do a video on sonata form, and then we'll talk about that again, but something to look forward to. Until then, here's a little taste of PDQ Bach and his version of Beethoven 5.
And they're off with a 4-note theme. This is very exciting. The beginning of a symphony is always very exciting, folks. I don't know whether it's slow or fast yet because it keeps stopping. It doesn't seem to be able to get off the ground yet. And it looks like, yes, it looks like we're coming up to a cadence here, folks. The violins didn't cut off there. A little trouble with the violins. They weren't watching. And there's that 4-note theme.
Okay, now we move on for number 3. Now for number 3, this is not so much funny as it is just absolutely painful. This is a performance of the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, and this happens. Oh my gosh, that's like a nightmare. And whenever I watch it, I laugh, but it is not funny. It is not funny, and I should not laugh, but it's just so uncomfortable. And I am amazed the orchestra stops so fast. Everyone just freezes. Like, what do we do? Is the instrument okay? He picks it up. It is a nightmare. And then if you watch the video, if you keep watching, they replay it in slow motion. Not once, but twice. It is a nightmare. And hey, you know, sometimes I gesticulate a lot. That conductor is not. Like, they're just so close together in that church. He just, boom, knocks it out of his hand. It, like, your heart sinks. I'm telling you, you should not laugh. It is not funny. I feel bad laughing about it. It is just, it is laughter because I'm just mortified. And sometimes I laugh at inappropriate moments. It's just one of those things. But oh my gosh, it kills me. It hurts to watch it. I've watched it 5 times. Okay, moving on. Now, you know what I just realized? I'm actually counting up in this one. Usually I count down and then I get confused. But this one, I'm counting up. So we have number 4. Okay, now, for number 4, this is not to be believed. This is a group called the Portsmouth Symphonia. Now, the Portsmouth Symphonia was a group of student musicians in England. Because they were students, there were different levels of musicians, some pretty good, some, still learning, etc. But kind of as an exercise, they did something really cool. They traded instruments with other members of the orchestra. Kind of a cool thing. When I was the viola conductor, we did this one time. It was really cool. We had them teach each other how to play their instruments, and then we had a day, I think we called it the Great Viola Instrument Exchange or something. Super fun. We have a little private video of that day. Sometimes we still look at it with my friend Dan. We look at it and we think, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That was fun. But for some reason, these people had the idea of, let's make a record album of this. And so their first album is the Portsmouth Symphonia Plays the Classics. And I'm going to share it. You can check it out. There are actually 2 tunes in this first little thing. It's only about 1.5 minutes long, but you have to listen to the whole first minute. Because at first you're like, what is that? And then once they get into it, oh my gosh, I can't stop listening. They have the whole album. I've actually listened to the whole thing, but it is the worst thing ever. And when I went looking for the video, I actually Googled worst orchestra ever. There's a lot of middle school orchestras that came up, which is kind of sad because people are tagging them as the worst orchestra ever. This orchestra may be worse, but again, because they're musicians, they can kind of read the music. They know what they're supposed to do. They just don't have any technique on this new instrument to them. I find it positively hilarious. I love listening to it. I can't stop. And I hope you will enjoy it too. And now for number 5, our big finale, something patriotic to end with. And this is a performance of the StarSpangled Banner. Props to this kid. Total respect here. Stuff happens in a concert. I once lost my stick about 2.5 years ago. The stick went flying in the middle of a concert. If you were there, fun times. We just kept going. You make the best out of it. And this kid certainly does this. This is from a junior high school. And this video, 10.5 million views. So clearly we're not the only 2 people to enjoy this. So take a look at it and watch to the end because this kid saves it the only way you can. Total respect to that kid and well done. So 10.5 million views for that. If I get 200, I'm like, whoa, I have hit 200 views. This is good. 10.5 million for that. So maybe I should be more respectful to the flag. There you go. Well, this has been super fun to share with you some of things. Hey, if you have some funny things, let me know in the comments, and we'll do this again sometime soon. If you haven't already, click like, and please do not forget to click hello, and please do not forget to click subscribe. I'm up to 110. It keeps growing. It's sort of like a very, very slow growing fungus. But already at 110, and we have something exciting planned for next week, so I will see you then. Thanks very much. Stop eating my books. My dog is eating my books. Stop eating the bookshelf. Rex. Ridiculous. Okay, number 2.